What would you say is the most unexpected lesson that you've learned through that journey of scuba diving throughout your life?
The biggest thing I probably learned from scuba diving is a deep calmness under pressure. Because particularly when you're cave diving, when you're doing cave diving or something like that, um, there's a binary state when you're cave diving. You're alive or you're dead, and it's like in a way that like cave diving is probably the most dangerous sport in the world, if not probably is, and that is because whereas if you're diving and something goes wrong, that's not good. You probably have buddies there, and you can take care of it and then get to the surface in some way or another, and you're fine. If you're inside a cave, particularly by yourself, which a lot of cave diving is done solo, then that's not so good. And if you have a malfunction of your equipment or whatever, you probably don't have the time to get out and the ability to get out. And so you have to be able to deal with a situation that's not going well or that is unexpected. And you have to be able to deal with it very quickly and in a very calm way. It's a similar lesson. I've just started, over the last year, I've started to learn to fly planes, get my
Mm.
pilot's license. And one of the things you realize when you're doing your training is that if something goes wrong in the airplane, you have to take a breath and give yourself and deal with it in a very calm manner. You have the time to do that. You have to focus. Panic is going to get you killed in both of those situations. And thankfully, I think both of them kind of led me to know that I don't panic easily.
Which is, I think, is probably one of the most underrated skills that a lot of CEO might not have. Because, like, obviously, the entrepreneur journey is full with high and lows. And that definitely probably one of the moment that has helped you succeed as a CEO to operate very calmly under a lot of the pressures that we as entrepreneurs like face on a daily basis.
You're 100% right, and I think that is and we've had scenarios. I mean, I can I can think of at least three scenarios in smartphones it's just history where there was an existential crisis for the company, and I was the CEO. And when you're in that, how you deal with crisis as a leader, particularly when you got 50, 60 people and you got a multi-million dollar company and all and thousands of companies rely on you, et cetera. When an existential crisis happens, you need to have someone at the top and the control who is able to deal with that situation calmly, who is able to funnel the situation through them, not and not out of ego, but out of of creating an environment where the crisis can be handled and everybody has the security to do the things they need to do it.
Yeah.
And it's the CEO, usually, if done well, I think you have that CEO who's able to give people the calmness and confidence to be able to deal with that crisis because they see that the CEO is being able to be calm and confident.
Yeah. Obviously, everything follows the top. If the CEO is under pressure and running around with his head on fire and showcasing that every single person from the organization is going to be doing the same thing or feeling the same pressure, and that could potentially be very detriment as they're going through that crisis for sure.
100% correct.
Yeah.
That's so fire! Fire, fire, fire! That's so fire, baby! That's so fire! Fire! That's so fire! Ow!